What's up guys, my name is Ace, and Season 4 Reloaded for Modern Warfare 3 is coming this Wednesday, and today I wanted to go through all of the important things that we can expect for Season 4 Reloaded when it comes to multiplayer. And let's just dive right into this with the new map that we're getting for Season 4 Reloaded. This is called Incline, and it's going to be in a snowy environment on a mountain. It's not Summit. I know a lot of people are like, it's literally Summit. It's not Summit. But they actually described this as a small map, which I was surprised to see. I thought it was going to be more of a medium-sized map, but no, it is a small map, and we can see the layout there looks very linear. 3-lane, we've got an interior area right at the center of the map with some exterior flank routes on it. And according to their description, there's going to be a decent amount of verticality on this map as well. Outside of that, I don't really have too much else to say about it, aside from the fact that I'm glad to see another snowy map in the game because we don't have a ton of them in Modern Warfare 3 so far. But unfortunately, that's it when it comes to brand new 6v6 maps for Season 4 Reloaded. I know it's not quite as good as last season. We had a ridiculous amount of maps for last season. This season's more along the lines of what we would normally expect. Last season was definitely an outlier. So next, let's move on to game modes. And the first big thing that they talk about a lot in the blog post is the brand new Mutation mode. This is something I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like this before. But with this, it isn't your typical multiplayer mode. This is a humans versus mutants mode. So one round, you're going to be the humans fighting against enemy players that are mutants. And then the next round, it flips it. So then you are the mutants and you're attacking the enemy humans. And getting into more detail here, for the humans, you have your standard sort of loadouts, although it does seem like it's going to be preset loadouts. It wasn't super clear in the blog post, but you are going to have guns and presumably perks, for instance. And as humans, you're able to earn kill streaks as well. And they mentioned there are 3 main kill streaks to focus on. We have SAE, Remote Turret, and Juggernaut, but these aren't earned like normal score streaks in this mode. Instead, they are just kill streaks, and for every 1 player-controlled zombie kill, you'll get +1 toward your kill streak. Whereas for every 5 non-player controlled zombies kills, you will get +5 kill streak points. And to me, reading that sounds like a typo. It seems like 5 non-player controlled zombies should just yield 1 point toward your streak. But then again, I've never actually seen this mode or played this mode at this point, so I might be wrong on that, but it just seems a little bit off. On the other side though, on the mutant team, it's a little more interesting. First off, like I mentioned there's going to be non-player controlled zombies that are helping the mutant side out. So it sounds like just regular zombies running around the map trying to kill you. But then the players that are on the mutant team, they'll actually be able to select from several different mutant types. We have the Mutant Leaper, which allows you to gain faster movement, increased melee damage, and the ability to detect enemies around corners. So it looks like they're actually going to get a snapshot grenade, and they will also have a high impact charged leap. Alternatively, you could play as the Radioactive Beast, so you're going to be half dog, half demon. And with this one, you're going to have the ability to improve the health and movement speed of nearby allies with a Howl ability, and they're going to have the potential to reveal nearby enemies on the minimap for their entire team as well. So it seems like they're kind of a support role. After that one, we have the Contaminated Sludger, and with this one, they're capable of exploding in a large radius of mutant sludge. And this sludge will obscure the field with a smoke grenade and eject a strong acid blast that deals close range damage and leaves pools of acid that hurt and slow enemy players. And then finally, we have the Camouflage Sneaker role, and with this one, you have an electrified leap, and you can disorient enemies with an EMP. And then on top of that, you're able to activate your cloak and become partially invisible for a brief period of time. So there we go. On the mutant team, you'll have a few different choices for how you want to play, it looks like. And they also mention if you amass multiple human kills, you can transform into a mutant juggernaut. So there is kind of a kill streak ability there as well on the mutant team. Now on top of this, apparently this mode is going to evolve throughout the season, and we'll get various augmentations that will give us like a faster cooldown, for instance, or the PhD flopper ability from zombies, where if you die from an elevated surface, you'll produce a small explosion when you land. And there's a few others mixed in there as well. These are going to be unlocked as the season progresses though, so we won't see these ones day one. So there we go, that's the mutation mode, and it seems like they really put a lot into this one. It seems like this is a big focus for Season 4 Reloaded. And I'm curious to see if this plays out well. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to checking out this mode. It seems interesting and unique, but at the end of the day, this doesn't seem like the type of mode that I want to grind over and over again for hours and hours on end. And as far as we can see from the blog post, it seems like this is where most of the effort went into for Season 4 Reloaded for multiplayer. So if you don't end up liking this mode or you don't really feel like grinding it that much, I'm getting the impression from this that you're going to be missing out on a big portion of what the season is about. Now, obviously, those are just my thoughts based on what we saw in the blog post. Maybe I'm wrong on that, and hopefully I am. But let's move on to some other game modes that we're getting throughout Season 4 Reloaded. And the next one we've got here is Havoc, which you guys might remember from Modern Warfare 2 last year. This is a mode where it's team deathmatch, but every time your team reaches a milestone of 12, 24, 36, and 48 eliminations, it will activate a random modifier, and these are pretty crazy modifiers, at least some of them. Like one of them, for instance, is low gravity. So you'll literally be just jumping really slowly through the air. There's also third person mode. There's chain reaction, where sticky grenades get launched out of a body after a kill. It seems like they basically just copied and pasted this mode from last year, so it's going to be the same thing that we saw in Modern Warfare 2. After that, we're going to have a headshots only mode, where only headshots are capable of dealing damage. And then finally, we're getting Blueprint Gunfight, which is just gunfight, but you're getting blueprints instead of just the base gun. And that's it for the separate game modes that are coming with Season 4. However, we're also going to get an additional playlist with a modifier attached to it. And this is the Bit Party modifier. And this looks kind of funny and interesting. With this modifier, it looks like it's going to turn everything into kind of like a giant Lego party here. So this is what your character models will be looking like, as well as the map Favela. This is going to be brought to the game. They're calling it Bitvela. So it does appear this is the only map that's going to be modeled like this. However, they do mention in the blog post, it will also include a variety of Vortex variant multiplayer maps for this playlist. But with this playlist, you're going to be playing Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, Domination, and Hardpoint. But the twist here, outside of the changed visuals, of course, is as you continue to get kills in the same life, your head gets bigger. And it's not only a visual change, your head hitbox will also get bigger, so it's going to be easier for enemy players to kill you as you continue to streak up. But there is a bonus attached to that, at least in Domination, and that is, the bigger your head is, the faster you'll be able to capture flags. As for the other modes, it just seems like a downside to have that bigger head though. So there we go, that's Bit Party, and honestly, I'm quite looking forward to playing that one and checking it out. After that, we have a new Vortex variant map coming, which is called Das Gross, so just a reskin version of Das Haus, and this is what it looks like here. On top of that, the Get Higher playlist will be coming back throughout Season 4 Reloaded, and this just leaves us with the two new weapons that are coming with Season 4 Reloaded. The first one is the Reclaimer 18 shotgun, modeled after the SPAS-12. And with this one, it has a unique behavior, and that is you can swap between pump action and semi-auto modes. With pump action, you're able to get better range on targets, and with semi-auto, it will increase your fire rate, but it won't have the same range potential. And you can do this with the flip of a switch mid-match. And I actually really like the idea of that. You can decide in a situation if you want to go for a bit more range or a bit more fire rate. And I do think that's going to make for quite an interesting shotgun. I'm really looking forward to that one. And then on top of that, we are going to be seeing the Sledgehammer come as a melee weapon in the game. And there we go. That is going to wrap it up for all of the content that we can expect for Season 4 Reloaded and beyond for the rest of the season. And overall, content-wise, this isn't a very big update, I would say, for a mid-season update. It's not completely horrible, at least we're getting some stuff here, but it's not a lot. It's definitely not like what we saw last season with Season 3, but again, that one was a bit of an outlier. And this is where I'm just curious to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Based on what we've seen so far, how are you feeling about Season 4 Reloaded for Modern Warfare 3? Are you guys generally excited for this season, or not so much? If you enjoyed this one, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.